Oh, hello Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 10 of Cups. Holy smokes. Can't get any better than this. This is the dream come true. This is everything that you wish for here in front of you manifested. Okay? This is the card of fullness, right? This is the card of really feeling kind of overjoyed. You know, think of the 9 of Cups, we got joy, right? This is overjoyed. This is kind of where we're bubbling over with this spiritual energy. Tears are coming to our eyes because we are so satisfied and so thankful for something. I feel like something that you've been sort of praying for a long time is finally happening, and it just feels unbelievable. And it feels like this is sort of saving lives, you know? It feels like this is the miracle that we've been needing for so long. Yeah. It's interesting, your last reading was really all earth. Right now, we start out with kind of all the water. This is beautiful. I think you're somebody who appreciates blessings and miracles, and you have such an attitude of gratitude about you. You're a very thankful person. You probably have a gratitude journal. You have some kind of a special notebook, right? I don't know exactly what it is, but Spirit's showing me some sort of, it's a special one. Maybe that's the gratitude one, maybe that's something else, but you're a person who appreciates energy. I think you can appreciate the small things in life, the little wins, and you can, of course, appreciate the really, really big ones, the really big miracles, you know. I think that in some ways you're a miracle worker too. And that you may say, what? Not me? Yeah, I think you are. And I think that maybe you don't recognize that, and I think that makes you even more special. I think you do a lot for people. I think that you may not even be aware of how much you actually help others, how much you inspire others, and how thankful other people are to have you in their lives. Yeah. It's going to make me cry. We're going to put your 10 of Cups into some context. Now, let's not freak out if we get some challenging cards. Oh, well, 9 of Pentacles. That's not challenging, is it? This is, whatever this big miracle is, whatever's going on in your life, there's a financial component, okay? We've got the Magician. There's the challenge. There's the 3 of Swords. Yeah, in the background position. 6 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Swords is kind of, it's a loss. It's a sorrow. It's a heartbreak. Okay? It is a disconnection from someone or something. Okay? And this is sort of your memory of it, and it's still attached to you. It's still lingering in your life. It's still an issue that you are dealing with. Yeah, and it may be loss of a job, it may be a loved one has departed, it may be a breakup or something like this, or some separation from a loved one. It's coming back, right? And it may not be coming back in the same form. Let's say this is a loved one who has departed, or this is the disconnection from a group of people, or the loss of a job. The 6 of Pentacles is saying that you will experience this feeling of togetherness. That there is people around you. There is a community around you, okay? And this, I think, is really important to you. You like to know that you belong somewhere, you know, that you have a sense of community. You have the right kind of friends and family around you, yeah. Spirit saying that this is all you're doing, right? Spirit's saying, all I did was put things in your path, but you're the one that sort of was able to optimize things and really utilize the opportunities and the blessings that are in your life and that have crossed your path. You've been able to see them and to seize them, right? Hermit, Two of Pentacles. Already a lot of earth energy again, right? Then we've got the Death card in the environment. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, another Wheel of Fortune. Oh, my goodness. It's going to get better. It's going to get better and better and better, beyond your wildest dreams, beyond your imagination. It's kind of like if this is us, oh man, I lost $100, somewhere, whatever. It's kind of like this is you lost your wallet with all the money in there, never found it again. That sucks, right? And then, of course, not only that, we get the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is kind of saying, well, it's not that bad. I was able to cancel the credit cards and I got a new driver's license and I only had a little bit of cash. The wallet wasn't too expensive, so it's okay, That's good, right? I mean, we like that. Of course, then you got the Wheel of Fortune. And then it's kind of like the next day you win the lottery, or the next day you're the, I don't know, the 1 millionth shopper at the grocery store and you get $1 billion. I don't know exactly what, but it's the feeling like, it's the feeling as if you're counting your blessings. You're trying to see the silver lining in something. You're trying to see something that happened that was, I think, terrible. And you're trying to say, well, I'm going to be okay. I'll deal with it. It'll be all right. You have such a positive attitude. And then Jupiter comes along and rewards you infinitely. It's kind of saying that your positive attitude, right, is attracting all of this abundance from the universe. That we could easily have experienced a tragedy, and I think maybe it's something serious that happened. Maybe it is a loved one that has departed. Okay, I feel kind of a younger male energy in your life that maybe has departed. Yeah, I'm seeing a letter B. Okay, I think it's a younger male energy maybe has departed in your life. But anyway, with these two cards, with this kind of a loss or a tragedy, you still have the very best attitude about you. And I feel like you're just it's magnetic. You're just attracting so much positivity to you. Even in the face of calamity, you're a positive spirit, I love that. Anyway, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're going to set it down here. And we're going to put our octopus friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments, right? Let's do it together. Let's practice our intuition. Let's do it as a group, All right, let's look around the room. We've got major, 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 major. Good amount of major arcana energies. The Magician and the Hermit, I think, is kind of, it's almost as if Spirit's trying to tell you, look at your own responsibility here. Look at this situation. All this, this is miracles, right? Look at all of this abundance that's coming into your life. And it's like Spirit wants you to take credit for it. Spirit wants you to look within and see that it was all you. And maybe you were divinely inspired, sure. Maybe there was some divine intervention. Maybe Spirit put all the pieces in front of you, but you're the one that recognized those pieces and was able to sort of put things together in this really wonderful way. So it kind of is suggesting that you are a miracle worker, but you don't even recognize your own power, right? And I think that's why we've got the Hermit and the Magician. Spirit wants you to go within and realize that, hey, this is all you. You are the miracle worker here, okay? The Spirit's trying to get you to take the credit for it, and none of the blame, Because with the Three of Swords, it's kind of like, yeah, Spirit's saying that there's something that happened that was not in your control, that you did not do this, but it happened. You handled it in such a positive way, right? Again, Spirit wants you to take all the credit, none of the blame, okay? Now, that really makes me smile. I think this is such a blessed reading. The energy coming through is such that I don't think I can really give it justice trying to describe it. I mean, how do you describe this kind of spiritual energy? I don't have the vocabulary for this, So anyway, we've got our major arcana, and I think the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune card, it's kind of like we have to let something go in order to make room for the new. We've got to downsize our life in order to sort of level up and upscale everything, right? Got to let go of what's not needed, let go of the attachments or baggage, or let go of anything that might be holding us down or weighing us down, so that we can expand, that we can sort of grow and become, the recipient of all of this abundance. Okay, so the Death card is very important, and I don't know that there was a death in your family. Getting that younger male energy still coming through with the B, initial B. I don't know if that's somebody that has departed, transitioned into spirit, or if there's just a separation between the two of you. But the Death card is a card of kind of grieving and releasing something. Whatever the attachment to that Three of Swords is, even if it's the loss of a job or something like that, it's kind of like, we've got to get past this so that we can get ready for this, And I think that's very important. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to forget about this loved one. It doesn't mean that you have to forget about how good that job was that you had in the past or whatever. Or you don't have to forget about that person that you had that great relationship with, but then something happened and you broke up or whatever, right? I'm not saying to forget about that, but don't let that prevent you from moving forward and claiming this. Okay. Anyway, we've got no fire, and I think that's a good sign too. We've got water. We've got no air. Oh, well, we have a little bit of air, but not really, right? And then we've got earth and earth and earth and earth, and even the Hermit is an earthy card. So we got a lot of earth and a lot of major arcana, which very similar to your last reading. We do have a little bit of that air that we're trying to deal with, and of course we have the water, which is I think really just this overjoyed feeling at everything that's coming your way now. After this loss that you've experienced, whatever this was, so much is coming your way. 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like you experienced this loss, but it's through your positivity, through your attitude, through the way that you handled it, okay, that it's kind of like you're a magnet for all of this abundance now. I mean, it's overflowing. I really can't even describe how this is going to feel or what it's going to be like for you. The fact that we have no fire, I think, is very good, because I don't feel an anger. I don't feel that there is, I don't feel that there's that frustration or that resistance to what happened. It's almost as if you're sort of taking it as par for the course. The Three of Swords, yeah, happens in life. You're just kind of rolling with it. There's not a fire here. You're not trying to battle this. You're not frustrated. You're not yelling and screaming. You're not shaking your fist at the sky. You're just kind of, you're really handling it in the very best way possible. And I feel that you're kind of, you're trying to find a way to just make it okay. Whatever this was, it's still affecting you. But you're trying to say, okay, it is what it is. How can I make the most of this? How can I make it okay? And I think that it does involve a group of people for you. I don't know, family, friends, if these are coworkers maybe. But I kind of feel that I almost feel like you're part of an executive team, or you're on the board of directors for something, because I feel that this is a lot of people sort of sitting around a table together. And sometimes this is family, sometimes this is like a potluck kind of thing. But it's the idea that you bring your own unique energy to a group of people, okay, where everybody sort of contributes. It feels like there's no leader here, really, right? It feels like everybody is kind of equal in this situation. I don't know exactly what this is. Well, between this and the Mercury energy, the Magician card, I wonder if this is you putting together some kind of a support group, or if this is, because it feels like it's kind of a group thing where everybody's sitting in a circle, right? And I think everybody's bringing their own unique story, their own unique talents or gifts or whatever it is. So it could be that out of this bad situation that you had here, you really found a way to create something good. It's either a support group, or it's kind of, maybe it's a foundation in somebody's name. Maybe you set up a scholarship fund. Something beautiful was born out of that Three of Swords. Okay, I don't know exactly what, but it was and is, I think, very, very beautiful. And I think that it's bringing you a lot of success, a lot of recognition. The Nine of Pentacles is a lot of progress, a lot of things coming in. And, when we feel that there was that loss, it's almost like the universe is more than making up for it. And so it really is a way for you to turn something that was challenging, that was sorrowful, that was painful, into something that it's really like making a difference in the world. Okay? It's, and I don't know if it's financial. I don't even feel that it is really financial at all. I feel like it's something that's affecting the physical world around you. It's making a difference, let's say, in people's lives. Okay? The Magician card underneath here, this is your adaptability. This is your ability to really control your own, your own narrative, right? This is your ability to be the architect of your own reality and to sort of write your own story, okay? Now, that Three of Swords, I think it's important. And at the beginning, I said, let's not be surprised if there's some kind of challenging card here. And there is. And I think the challenging card is really what's sort of giving birth to all of this. So something really wonderful is coming through what was this kind of unfortunate energy. Challenging energy, I don't know exactly what it is. But this is you with the power to write the story yourself. What's the narrative here? How is this going to really play out? It's up to you. And I think, again, this is kind of Spirit saying, no, you take the credit for this because you're writing the story. You're doing this. Spirit may have just kind of maybe given you a little hint of an idea, but you're the one that is now fleshing out the whole story, writing the chapters, and you're going to send it off to the publisher, And so really is you taking credit for optimizing the situation. Now, the Magician can adapt to any situation. Whatever happened, the Magician can be okay. This kind of goes a step further. You're not just adapting to the situation and saying, okay, I know I'm going to be all right. No, this is saying, I'm going to be more than all right. I'm going to do something with this that is going to change people's lives. That's going to change my life. That's going to help people. This wasn't going to be for nothing. Whatever this Three of Swords was, this wasn't just going to be a tragedy and it sucks. No, this is going to be something that is leading to something absolutely beautiful and amazing. Okay? And that really is the Magician saying, I'm writing a whole new story here. Maybe this is the next chapter for you. Okay. The Hermit in the future position is interesting. I feel like you do have a tendency to sort of, to go hermit mode. You have a tendency to kind of withdraw and to sort of sequester yourself a little bit, especially during times of intense activity. I think it's really interesting because when this sort of thing happens, I don't feel like you withdraw inward. I think when there is tragedy, you seek out connections. You seek out support. You want to bring your story to other people, and that sort of thing. But then where you do sequester yourself is during periods of intense work and activity. When you're trying to build something, you kind of you got the blinders on and you sort of isolate yourself and you get to work. But when it comes to emotional stuff, let's say, positive or negative, when it comes to emotional stuff, you want to share it. You want to talk about it. You want support. You want to be there to support others. The emotional stuff makes you more social, emotional. It's the work. It's the intense, fire and earth sort of cards that usually lead to you going inward and sequestering yourself, kind of working solo. You're the mountain goat, the sort of the lone wolf energy there when it comes to the physical activity or the work activity, right? And so I feel like that's kind of a challenge here with the Hermit card, because there is this impulse to sort of hunker down and get to work, but this is also a very emotional thing. So it's by nature, it's very social and very connected, but I think it's sort of challenging your introversion, extroversion sort of energy. It's kind of a weird in between, where it's like you want to go out and connect with people and share your story and connect emotionally, social emotional, but then it's also like you just kind of feel like you need to hunker down and get to work, And so maybe you're alternating between these sorts of energies, So it's very interesting. It's like somebody who is building a social media sort of platform, but they're a very lonely and isolated kind of person, that they don't have any kind of a social life. But they're producing something that's bringing so many people together. And I think that you're sort of struggling with your introversion a little bit. Yeah. But there's so much good emotion here. And really, it's just because of that, the 10 of Cups here. This is sort of an overwhelming emotion. Now, we could leave these two together and just say that you're sort of overwhelmed emotionally by what happened here. Okay? And that's led you to seek out other people and connect with people too. But I think you are really finding a way to turn the loss into a gain. And now this overwhelming emotion is sort of taking on a positive quality, right? We don't want to just keep it attached here, because then we're so emotional about this situation, it's negative, But I think this is keeping it positive. Of course, we're going to be struggling with the Hermit and our own sort of personal relationship with that 3 of Swords. But let's talk about the path of the Serpent now. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it supports the channel. And we need all the support we can get. In fact, if you are already subscribed, go and check and make sure you still are. Because there have been reports of people being mysteriously unsubscribed from their favorite channels, and even if you are subscribed, there's a good chance that these videos aren't going to show up in your feed. Okay, so maybe even unsubscribe and then resubscribe, maybe, just to see if we can get the system working again, so that everybody can find these readings, and you don't have to go kind of hunting them down, as it were. But let's talk about the 2 of Pentacles here. It's change, something from night to day. From a challenge to an opportunity, from a loss to a gain. Okay, and this is your awareness that you can change things. That this is yes a tragedy. I don't know what else to call it. A calamity, a loss. Something sort of very challenging has happened. Okay, I don't know how long ago. It could be in the last 3 or 4 months. But this is your ability to change it from a loss, a challenge, a calamity, a tragedy, into a blessing, into a miracle, into, the universe works in mysterious ways. God is great kind of thing, really turning it into something positive. And again, Spirit saying, you get the credit, but none of the blame. You didn't cause this, but you get the credit for fixing it, for making it work, for turning it into something. Look at these positive cards we have. You're turning something that was this And because of your Two of Pentacles, making the right choices, you're controlling what you can control. And what you can do, the things that you can control, your attitude, how often you say thank you, how often you say I love you. You can control how sort of social you are or antisocial. You can control what you bring to the table. You can control your contributions. You can control what you share with others. And, you can control sort of how you take care of yourself too. There are a lot of things that are still within your control, even if this was something that just happens to us and we can't prevent or control or even usually prepare for this. You're doing all the right stuff. I love it so much. It's a blessing. So you're aware of sort of what your power is and what you can control. Now, in the environment, we have, of course, the Death card. In some ways, the Death card is about letting go of the past to make room for the future. Okay. Death card is also about the slow and gradual change of life. Well, I think that Three of Swords is basically a tower moment for you. It was a tower event. It was something that it probably happened suddenly. It probably, I don't know that it happened suddenly, but I feel like it wasn't expected. I feel like it was just kind of, you're sort of blindsided by it, right? But it was kind of a long time coming. But this is sort of, in a certain sense, getting life back to a steady sort of upward climb toward progress. That maybe this was a setback. Maybe this was, we were going up this way, and then we had a tower moment that sort of set us down, and it like a real sharp dip in the stock market, And now we're just going to start climbing up again, the steady force of change, the steady growth, the steady evolution of life. Okay, getting things back to a kind of so they're getting things back in the right direction. Yeah. But I feel that this is I think also talking about that younger male energy again. And I don't know if that's related to the Three of Swords. I don't know if that's somebody that sort of departed a long time ago, or if that's kind of what happened in the last few months. But I feel that there was somebody in your family had cancer. I don't know if it's this person or if it's somebody else. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anything. I don't know anything about that stuff. But I'm getting the impression that somebody had that kind of serious illness, and it feels like it was like a terminal thing. Everybody knew, but didn't really know when, I think is sort of the difficult part. Yeah. Anyway, the difficult part now for you is this Three of Pentacles. And I don't think it's really difficult in that you don't know if you can do it or you don't want to do it. I think this is difficult in the sense that it's going to take all of your energy. That this is something you're committing yourself to. The Three of Pentacles, the blood, sweat, and tears of you sort of doing that. And it feels like it's related, obviously, to the 3, right? Or to the 6. 3 and 3 is 6. So these are sort of connected because this is sort of your effort to begin this thing, to start this thing. And then as you're doing it, people are gonna, it's kind of like, this is you, the difficult thing is kind of getting the ball rolling on you're gonna do a food truck, And this is really like, I'm putting it together, I'm getting it out there, I'm gonna go park the thing, and then it's just like, you're hoping people come. Well, now, look at this. There's a line around the block. People are coming, okay? This is like you've built something, and then you just are like, okay, I hope it resonates with the world. I hope people respond to it. Yeah. And this is the difficult thing because you got to put in all this work and set it up and kind of open the doors, grand opening, and say, okay, here I am. And then hopefully people will flood in, And I think that's what's happening. I think that's why we've got the 10 of Cups and this the 6 of Pentacles here. Okay, so in a certain way, it kind of is working around this way. It's kind of looping back, It's a cycle. But I think through your efforts, by putting yourself out there, by beginning this thing, opening the doors, right? with a little bit of luck, a little bit of divine intervention, people are going to come. People are going to resonate with you. It's going to feel very good. You're going to receive the revenue. You're going to see the progress. You're going to be making changes. You're going to be making an impact on the world, and you're going to be influencing people's lives. And so it really is worth it. And I think that with the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles, the message here is really put yourself out there, because it's going to be more successful than you ever thought. Okay? And I think it's just open yourself up, and people are going to resonate with you. And this Jupiter energy at the end, the Wheel of Fortune, is so good. Everything is going to expand. If this is a business or a foundation or some kind of a scholarship or a library or a school or whatever, or a meetup group, or if this is some kind of a support group or whatever it is, it's really going to take off. I mean, people are really going to resonate with it to the point where you might be overwhelmed with people wanting to participate. You might have to expand the venue a little bit, you know. It's a good problem to have. A lot of abundance coming your way. You deserve all of it, and this may be the best reading ever. I'm glad it's yours. You really do deserve this. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. Time's getting on here, and I know you've got things to do. More cups. I think more cups, but I think maybe swords. Okay. Let's see. No, the world. Yeah. Open your doors. The universe is going to resonate with you. Look at all these sort of wheels that we have, right? The six. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is kind of the finite group. This is like you got your 6 people around, sitting in chairs, sharing stories, whatever. But the Jupiter energy is saying, okay, well, hang on a second. We're going to grow this thing. And look how far it's growing. It's growing infinitely. This is the infinite universe. So someone's really taken the limits off of this thing. And it's expanding beyond belief. And this is going to be like, oh my, this is going to be where you kind of just want to cry from joy and relief and gratitude and all these things. It's just, it's overwhelming emotion. And this is also too, because it's the World card. I feel like this is really you making an impact on the world, that you've got something that people need. And by putting yourself out there and doing this work and opening your doors, you are changing people's lives. You are influencing the world for the better. I don't know if you're opening a store or something. I don't know what it is, but it's going to make a difference in people's lives. Okay? And that alone is satisfaction. Yeah. Such a blessing. Such a blessing. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Capricorn Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.